Game is a large bitch. Oh,
Yep, we are here.
Watch your mouth, fool.
Welcome to Gamers at Large's episode 125. I am your esteemed host, Shadowfox Infinite. I have with me the immortal leader of all leaders, Mr. Quan Manchu.
Hello, hello.
I have with me the Marine of all Marines. I have the Good Shepherd.
What's going on? Let's do this. Shalom.
And I also have the one person that could beat Dr. Luigi, and that is Dr. Feelgood.
what's up, guys? What's going on?
Can somebody turn down the volume on your TV a little bit?
I gotta get on. I gotta get it in because my wife is over here watching ID Discovery.
Okay. Yeah, but so what I was gonna say before we went live or whatever was that so we were talking about I guess how teens react to Nintendo Switch or whatever because that new video what happened or whatever. So I went to go see the movie Get Out and yesterday. Yesterday. And so there was nothing but teens in the movie at the time because me and my wife went like 6-ish. Everybody goes to date around 8-ish, 9-ish. So we're sitting there in the movie theater and there's a bunch of teenagers in there and Nintendo's going really hard. Like this is like the second preview I've seen and there's a Nintendo Switch commercial in it. So it's the Zelda one that premiered or whatever. And they're showing the Zelda commercial, whatever, showing how the Nintendo Switch works and everything. And there are kids behind me and they're just like kind of smirking and laughing. I'm like, you have no idea what you're looking at, do you? I don't think you even know. But I just have a strange feeling if that Zelda footage was replaced with NBA 2K or Madden, it would have been a completely different reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I just have that sinking feeling. But yeah, that's where we are right now in the wake of
Get your games are played out, son.
Yeah, this is Nintendo Switch week. There will be aftermath probably, I guess, after Friday. And
I'm sorry, Shao. You said week? Don't you mean year?
Well, I don't know. I thought Luigi was going to get another year again. Maybe we can get him. Wario needs a year. Wario needs a year.
No, this is the year of Pokemon. Let's do this. New game. Come on, Nintendo. Let's do this.
You know what? I'm going to bring this up real quick, and it's not to, be a Debbie Downer or whatever, but I shared this on Google Plus. I forget his name, and it's not important, but someone made a video, and it was actually entitled along these lines. I regret not buying a Wii U.
Yeah.
And I watched that video. Now, keep in mind, it's a good video. It really is a good video. But I have to say
still buy a Wii U.
I have to. He said he can't find it anywhere. He said,
really?
He said they really are sold out everywhere. It's like only place you can really get them now for sure is from Nintendo for the most part.
And that's what I told you.
That.
We talked about that a couple of shows ago. That like in November they were hard to find. Wii U's were gone. They were gone here. And you couldn't find a 3DS since October.
And see, the thing, as I said, and I'm not trying to be negative, but honestly, I told myself, I said, great video, nothing against the guy personally, but I don't feel sorry for you.
Nope.
And I don't feel sorry for you because here's the deal. You now know what people like me, you, Shadow Fox, Shep, Quan, members of Gamers at Large, and many other people that own Wii U's have been saying for the longest. Don't trust these people with these PS4s and Xbox Ones, these dude bros talking all this crap about Wii U. The games are there. It's just that to them, all they care about is the more popular stuff. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Battlefield, insert Ubisoft title here, EA title there. That's all they care about. But he actually mentioned half of Wii U's exclusive library. Like, seriously, he mentioned half of it. And he's like, I hate I didn't get to play, Mario Kart 8 or Smash Brothers, or I hate I didn't get to play, Kirby and Rainbow Curse. I'm like, dude, so you knew these games were on the system. You just chose to ignore them for whatever reason.
You know what's going to make it even worse? Is when Nintendo puts a nail in the coffin and say, we're not doing Wii U Virtual Console.
And why should they?
Exactly.
No, see, But see, here's the thing. We all said this. When they first announced, the NX or whatever, what became the thing that people wanted about 6 months later? Hey man, I hope it's backwards compatible with the Wii U,
Hmm.
so I can pick up all the Wii U games. And now since it's come out that it's not backwards compatible, but they're porting over a few games, it's like, well, I want to play my Wii U. It's too late. If you want to play Wii U games, do we did buy a Wii U console.
Yep, you had 4 years.
So,
But and my thing is, like I say, I don't feel sorry for you because
No.
hey, you could have exercised common sense and critical thinking like we do and buy what you were interested in. I'm not saying it would have always worked out because if you don't like
No,
platformers and you
that's
see
still good.
3D World, you
That's
may
still good. Come on,
what?
bro. You look around people, and this is not even just gaming. This is just society in general. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I know,
everybody
but
just
like
follows.
I said,
Nobody thinks for themselves. They go with what's popular and they roll with it, and they don't question
and
anything.
like I
They
said,
don't do any investigation. They just roll with it,
I
and they talk
wasn't
like if they've
I wasn't trying to
experienced
be
it
negative
themselves.
about it.
Hmm?
I mean, I wasn't trying to be negative about it, but I put it out there. I was like, you know what? This may come off as negative. I say it's a good video. Respect the guy. It was actually a good video. But I said I don't feel sorry for you because
nope.
you had the chance to get one for 4 years.
And you came up with every excuse. You're like, Bayonetta 2, I'll just wait till that comes out on Xbox. Mario,
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's gonna fail. I'll just buy it when they go to mobile. Like, really?
And
Uh,
people were hoping, they were hoping with all their prayers that they would push all that Wii U content, or at least some of the better games, over to the Switch. Guess what? At best, you're probably going to get 3 games, and 2 of them have already been announced.
Yep.
That's it.
I just don't like. So here's my thing with that. My only problem with that is that you have multiple warnings when the whole time you sat there and you're like you were using it as fuel to make yourself feel better for your platform of choice to talk about, sit here and say, oh well, it's failing because it's not selling well and all this and everything. That should let you know one or two things. Hey, there might be a price drop at some point, or there's going to be a crap load of games to make this platform try in an attempt to make this game sell better. Both of those two things are good things for you as a consumer. The third thing is Scott Moffat on his way out the door told everybody, yeah, the Nintendo Switch isn't going to replace the Wii U, but sales are going to go down. Get a Wii U while you can. He literally said that in an interview. Like that was the last interview that he had with Nintendo. He's not with them anymore.
And
And
then the biggest insult, I
that was
mean,
in,
not
that,
to
that
us,
was in July, by the way.
but the biggest thing that's happened recently, and I learned this from Liger. I mean, I'm sorry, Terminator Juice. What is the biggest, most pre-ordered game right now? Period. And guess what? People say Zelda. Yeah, technically, but it's the Wii U version. The Wii U version is
There's more
outpacing the
Wii
Switch
U.
version.
There's more Wii U's. If there were enough Switches to go around, there will probably be more Switch pre-orders. But there are far more Wii U's out there. And I would imagine that just about every one of the 14 million people that bought a Wii U probably wants the Zelda game if they're not getting a Switch. So
Nah, only about 95% of us.
then you got some retards like us that'll probably buy both copies. But
I would. No, I would. I totally
And,
would.
and here's my thing. Out of all those games you mentioned, out of all those games you listed, man, I'm sitting here thinking all these games pretty much hold some of, if not the highest scores of games of the 8th generation. In that, if you're a person that goes by scores and reviews, that alone should have prompted people keep talking shit about this console, but their games are constantly hitting 80s and 90s. It must be
but
something they're doing right.
but those don't count because Nintendo's not getting the 9.0s that's coming from third party games that aren't exclusive. So we only want to count those.
And let's be real.
Red Dead Redemption and all that.
That's been the same for every generation. If you
Yeah.
look at the gaming scores through the decades, literally decades, you would see a consistency. That's why they tend to have evergreen titles. But then, like, oh no, Nintendo pays, and it's a hustle. They force the people not to sell it. No, listen, their claims are legit. The prices are legit. You just choose to be a hater, or you choose to be ignorant.
Yeah.
And my thing is, look, I got my two Wii U's, and I'm happy. I got my 50 to 60 physical games, and I'm happy. And I'm just thinking to myself, dude, you even last year when there were rumors, the fake rumors that Nintendo has halted production of the Wii U. It's like even though that wasn't true until much later, that should have been your sign that like, you know what, I better scoop one of these things up before this shit becomes true. Now here we are at the crossroads.
I didn't think I had that many physical games. Because I thought the majority of my stuff was like indie and eShop type stuff. I just glanced, and this is just me, casually getting games as they come out or whatever. 21 titles. 21. And I still don't have everything. I still don't have Mario Maker and some other stuff yet.
Oh shoot! Yeah, so, I need to rock up on those too.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is that people kept saying that the system had no games. That's what's so funny to me. And then in retrospect, they're going to do the same thing that they did to the GameCube and the Dreamcast. Talk shit about it while it's out. Then when it's gone, talk about it finally like it's the best thing that was ever released.
Like, yeah, man, it was a real diamond in the rough, son. It was more powerful than people gave it credit for.
Yep.
Man, shut up.
It's like, oh, GameCube, man, Eternal Darkness, those wrestling games. Oh my God, man, I had a blast on that. Then why were you talking shit about it and playing your PS2 back then?
Yeah, and they're gonna do the same thing back. Like, yo, you know that one survival game, son? Yo, where you had the best version.
Yeah, but it's for kids, right? But Resident Evil 4 was the highest rated game of that generation for GameCube.
That 4 was fire.
So, but enough of the poo-pooing of the Nintendo haters, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Some of them actually make money off of it. All you have to do is just do a cursory glance of YouTube and go to search and type Nintendo Switch. You'll find
all the clickbait
because all of it gets so many hits. Just putting Nintendo Switch in the name of your video guarantees you at least 1,000 views. It's weird, but
well, hey, here's a positive note that I just saw today and I shared recently. A more positive note. We all are aware of Forbes, right? And they write sometimes articles about games, either they're not a gaming magazine. And more times than not, their viewpoint is skewed all the shit. we know this. Well, they just wrote an article about the Scorpio, and they actually said with Nintendo's focus on the Switch to be functionality and experience, it makes the Xbox Scorpio's focus on graphics seem outdated. And I sat there and gasped, like, are you saying that it's better to focus on gameplay and functionality over
blasphemy?
Dude, I shared this. So if you look on Google Plus and even Twitter, I shared. I'm like, I cannot believe Forbes said this.
That's a fake article. I don't believe you.
Can I take the opportunity to become an Xbox fanboy for a split second? I would like to defend Microsoft here. Seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. Like seriously, I really think that they are a little bit misguided. I think that they're slinging the Scorpio out there as a response to the wrong person. They're trying to respond to Sony when they shouldn't have to respond to Sony. They already have what Sony doesn't. So all they need to do is leverage those titles that they do have. They can money hat the rest like they normally do for whatever they don't have and go from there. Sony doesn't have a Halo. Sony doesn't have a fighting game. They have to commission one. They tried already. They tried to make a Smash Brothers. It didn't work. Sony does have a racing game, but I don't think
they do have a Halo. It's called Killzone.
They don't have a Halo.
Be serious, Doc.
The closest thing they had to Halo actually was Resistance, but yeah. But anyways, they don't have that. But what they do have is Gran Turismo, and I don't know if it's coming out for PlayStation 4.
But you're right. I agree with you. Like they do have the exclusive franchises and IPs to kind of build up and do their own thing and be successful at it. But they're just not doing it, or to me, they're not going about it the right way.
And they're coming out with this focus of 6 teraflops, and I'm like, if you do this, this must be a 9th generation platform. It has to be. And when you sit there and say your Xbox games, this is another Xbox, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to play Xbox One games in 4K. I'm okay. That just doesn't really work for me at all. It really doesn't. I want to play new games that are empowered by this new hardware that you have, not up-res versions of Xbox One games because you have more teraflops. I feel that if they change that messaging, and if they somehow make some exclusive games for the Scorpio, then I will not omit that purchase. Because as of right now, I'm the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio are probably going to be the first two that I haven't bought in quite a while.
Well, I might get it since I never picked up an Xbox One anyway. So
that would be your perfect excuse. You can quote unquote jump in.
Yeah, I just skip ahead.
But let me ask you this: now, when it comes to the Scorpio, at this point, I'm not interested. 4K does not even remotely interest me at all. Hell, I hate to say this, even 1080p doesn't interest me.
But you got a Slim though, so you're good.
Yeah, I know, but here's my thing: if they want to focus on this Xbox Scorpio with the 4K and stuff like that, and they need exclusives, do you possibly think the reason why Scalebound was canceled for the Xbox One was due to them maybe porting it to the Scorpio?
I hope so. I really do. Because if it's canceled for good, that's bad.
That title actually caught a lot of people's interest.
That means that they might not see another Platinum Studios game in a very long time unless it's contracted by a third party.
Yeah, because they don't roll like that in Platinum Studios. That's a spit in the face to them.
Yeah, because that's money.
To me, I just need to. I didn't see the point of just completely canceling game. I said, come on now, like I've seen games be canceled before because they're just the concept was out there. They started working on it but hadn't got far, and then by the time they thought about getting around to it, it's like, well, it's been 5 years, scrap the project. But the fact that this game was basically almost done, and you just say, no, we're canceling the game. It's like, dude, this game was probably finished at this point. Only reason you will probably cancel this game for the, right now is because you don't think it's going to, stimulate any Xbox One sales at this point in its life. It's kind of fruitless because your next console's come out in a few months.
But none of the first party games have, except for I think Gears did maybe with the Slim. I think that's about it. Halo didn't even do it.
No, it didn't. It did not.
So I don't. You really can't expect that game to. And personally, what I heard, the rumor that I heard from a couple of articles that I read or whatever, is that it was because of the performance of the game. When you go for dragon mode or whatever, when you jump on the dragon and whatnot, or he's there, there was a lot of slowdown, and they couldn't get that tightened up. So and Microsoft wanted it to be a quote unquote marquee game, and if it wasn't looking marquee, then they wanted to kick it to the curb. And so maybe if there's more horsepower out there for a future platform,
up a little bit.
they might be able to get in there. So we'll see. But
well, I hope it's not. I hope they do something with it, or if not Microsoft, I hope that the assets can be used to, be applied to another game on a different title, maybe for a different console. I hope so, because it was a great concept. I would like to see it.
It's almost like Breath of Fire, but from a completely different angle. I'm exaggerating, clearly.
And I also kind of get a Panzer Dragoon kind of feel with it as well.
Yeah.
But and another thing I heard, man,
I got a weakness for dragons. Dragons are awesome.
Well, another thing I heard, this is not to stay on the topic of Microsoft, but I saw an article about Insomniac stating that they that it would not be the end of Sunset Overdrive. Like they actually do want to do something else with Sunset Overdrive with or without Microsoft. And they even said that they own the IP. Typically it's like you love a game, but the console manufacturer owns the IP or somebody else does. No, they said they own the IP. So at that point, I was like, oh, that would be great. If you guys own the IP, I'm like, Nintendo, please pull a bandana and go buy that shit, please.
Yeah.
Make Joel 1 and 2. Part 1 and Part 2. Let's do it. Come on, Switch version.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Like
all
to me, if you
about
own the IP,
I'm all about
go
Bayonetta, Travis Touchdown, and whoever this new guy is with the dragon showing up in the next Smash Brothers.
Yes,
I'm down for it.
Hey, I'm with that too.
And
I'm
along
like,
with
man,
what's the girl from Space Channel 5? Put her in there too.
Oh, no, Urara. What's her name?
Hola.
Let me just have a look. It is
Yeah,
Urara.
hola.
Okay.
I mean, the We Fit
I
girl
hope
in there.
that-
Why not?
I mean, I hope they can make that happen, man. I really do hope that Insomniac says, you know what? If you don't want another Sunset Overdrive, it's cool, but somebody else does.
Yeah.
And I would actually buy that same game again, just so I can play through it again. It's great. And to me, a title like that, it deserves to sell well. It deserves to be renowned. It does. It's not some sorry half-ass effort. To me, that game harkens back to what gaming is truly about. It's about good old fantasy fun, no realistic
And-
bullshit, nothing.
And that's why the game failed.
I guess
Must remind me.
I guess Liger couldn't make it
gamers don't want
in,
that no more.
but he
Gamers-
just mentioned in the chat. He said Scalebound was canceled because of internal strife between them and Microsoft, not because of power. So I guess it was creative decisions or something maybe,
Mm,
and which is kind of what happened to Microsoft versus Rare.
yeah.
But
So-
my thing is this: even if you do have the internal strife, okay, so why let this IP just completely die though? Like, why?
I think that I don't
It
think
benefits no one.
maybe that was Platinum's call. Maybe they were just like, oh, you gonna do us like this? Then no go.
Like, all right,
Maybe-
we're done.
Yeah,
But you
maybe it
never
was
know,
like
'cause
that then.
Microsoft be doing some weird moves too, just to show that they got the power. So
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing how childish adults can be.
Eric Maverick said, "What did he miss? Not much. Just more of the fanboy BS, more of the craziness we're just going over, and people crazy that this Nintendo system is coming out that actually looks good enough to buy. Apparently, so I don't know how there's a Nintendo system that don't look good enough to buy because they have Nintendo games, and if you play video games, Nintendo games are typically good.
Yeah, speaking of good games, how about that Ed Score Perfect 10?
Man,
Something
but
they give it out only time ever.
But didn't Skyward Sword get a 10 too from Edge? I think it did. And that was 2011 when Skyrim came out.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the rest of them. And
That's
when
not knocking
one of-
Skyward Sword. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but one of the quotes was, Ocarina of Time is set at the top as one of the greatest experiences out there, and then but it may have to settle for second. I was like, oh shit, we're talking about a game that scored an overall 99. There's
Yeah.
only one option above that. If you're saying it needs to settle for second,
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically saying that Nintendo is giving us the same feeling that we got back when Ocarina of Time launched.
Well, see, I say when I say this, I read the review originally for the other game in question, which is the Swan Song for the Wii, and that was a really good game for those that haven't played it. If you heard rumors about the whole quote unquote waggle and it doesn't work and blah 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 blah, learn how Motion Plus works. Sit down and play it. You don't have to swing your arm around. You don't have to flail it. Just do subtle motions and play through the game. That's a really damn good game. And the entire last dungeon of that game is worth everything you go through at the beginning. The last dungeon that you play is so ingenious. And then the lead up to the final battle is also ingenious. I think that's probably why they gave Skyward Sword a 10 also in the year of Skyrim. So if they're saying the same thing for this game and they gave it a 10. But they gave it a 10 with direct comparisons to Ocarina of Time, though. I don't think they did that with Skyward Sword. So they're literally telling Ocarina of Time to step down, which is take that as you will, but
the hype is real.
That's the holy grail to a lot of people. Me personally, I like the original Legend of Zelda a lot more because I'm so old school and dirty and old. But I like that second quest. That second quest was for nothing but hardcore gamers only, and that game that was original DLC.
It's gonna be hard to wait though, man.
Oh yeah,
really hard.
So what do you think about that? You think there's a second quest? Because they're doing the DLC already, but there's got to be something extra in there if you beat the game.
Well, they said that it's going to be a new story mode, and what someone mentioned, I forget who it was, but someone mentioned that more than likely it's a way to play as Princess Zelda.
Yeah,
and
that's what everybody wants to do anyway. You enter Zelda in there, you think you're playing as Zelda, and you're playing as Link again in the second quest.
So, and I'm thinking like, if you do that, this game probably will stay on the top for the next 20 or 30 years, to be honest.
Oh, somebody asked how GTA 4 got a 10. Do you know who reviewed it for IGN?
Well, you know what? It's funny you should say that. Ironically, IGN, I think it was IGN. This is like maybe 2 to 4 years ago. I can't remember exactly. You can probably find it. But they did some type of video series where they went back and looked at games that got like a really high score. So they scored them after the fact. So after the hype had died down, and the first one they did was Grand Theft Auto 4. And they were like, I don't know why we gave this game a 10. And they say, because they realize that, when a game comes out, you're hyped for, you've been waiting, is highly anticipated. The hype factor can kind of curb the score. But they actually said, these are the same people that gave it a 10 and said, I have issues with this, I didn't like that or whatever, so I would not have gave this game a 10. I would have gave it a 6 or a 7 at most. And I was like, ooh, but you did give it a 10 though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you mean to tell me that the issues you have with this game 4 years later, I mean, you're probably barely playing it, but still, you mean to tell me you can recall the issues you have with this game right now, 4 or 5 years later, but when you first playing it, you just overlooked them and said, even though I have a few issues with the game, it's worth a 10.
Cash rules everything around me, dude. Come on, let's be real.
No, because exactly. To me, it's the same thing when you watch like an Angry Joe video, or I think when he'll trash a game, he'll say, "But I think the game I have an issue with this. It has this problem, but it's a 10 out of 10." Well, hold on. If you have any problems, you can't be perfect score.
So, and for the record, it was re-reviewed again for PC with superior graphics, sound, the whole 9 or whatever, to include mods. 9.2. For PlayStation 3, 10. Just let that be known. That's all I can really tell you.
And I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen with Grand Theft Auto 5. How that game was highly reviewed and scored before the online came out, and then when the online got released 2 weeks later, it was broken as all hell. But no one went back to revise their review scores.
Here's the thing, though. At that time, though, there were certain people that had a certain amount of, I won't say power, but an amount of pull with regards to reviews at Imagine Games Network. There were certain individuals that were getting ready to start managing the entire operation. That would be Per and some other people, whatever, right? So as they moved from the Nintendo team to go higher up, there were other people that were in their favor. One of them has a woman's name by the last name of Goldstein, and another one, which he left on to go start his own YouTube channel. And there was another one going all the way back when, who was a huge Xbox fanboy. Anybody remember Aaron Bowding? Yeah. If it was a Microsoft first party title, if it was exclusive to Xbox, it got at least a 9. No matter how bad it was.
Oh, there it goes. A Switch commercial again on ID Discovery.
Awesome.
I have to say,
Switch is gonna flop, dude. Let's be real.
just off tangent or whatever, but Nintendo finally decided, you know what? Sony has sold 50 million, supposedly sold 50 million PS4s just based off advertising alone.
Oh yeah,
They
of
have
course.
sold games have sold better for their system because people thought they were exclusive to their console when it never was in the first place.
But I
You know
like how they advertise though. It may not be true, but they show games and they show game titles. It says PS4 logo, boom, then they show game, pre-order now. And that's it. And it says PlayStation 4 and it shows the PlayStation logo again. So you instantly think all of those games you just saw are not only not far away, they probably are already out, and you can only get them on the PlayStation. That's what people think until you look and you're like, well, 2017, 2018, 2019 may not ever come out. Maybe come out for PlayStation 5.
That's why greatness awaits is one of the best slogans I've ever seen.
Yeah, but
because
but
it's in so many different forms.
It works though because they consistently bring out different commercials. Like there's a new commercial with the PlayStation 4 logo on it. I think I've seen a different one every month for the past like 2 years. I think I've seen a different one every month. So they're just churning it continuously.
And I think Nintendo did a good job of finally saying, you know what, we got over $13 billion of loose cash in the bank. Let's go ahead and do some advertising and make sure this works out.
Yeah. So Insane Gamer in the chat said GTA 5 was the most expensive coaster he ever bought. I think it's a better game than 4 though. I don't know.
Yeah, to me,
I would have rated 5 higher.
I think I played the camp. I haven't beat the campaign yet. I played through most of it. When the online launch, I did that. I may have put like 20 hours on online. After that point, it was just repetitive COD bullshit to me.
Now, if you count DLC though, GTA 4 is better, and only for one reason: Gay Tony. So the Gay Tony DLC versus some of the campaigns, like you got 3 campaigns in GTA 5, it's kind of close there. So
yeah, but GTA 5, the campaign is pretty good. Online is garbage, unbalanced, broken even. But I think that part of it, dude. I think the mechanics are better for GTA 5, but I think as far as the overall package, GTA 4 was the better game because, it didn't have the online play you see in GTA 5. Like you said, it was just it was the main game and the 2 DLC packs, which were standalone. But you know what I really want them to do, man? I want Rockstar to say, you know what? We're going to remaster San Andreas. That's all I want. I know you think like you asking for a remaster game. I'm like, but that's one of the few games I want them to remaster. Just
but
because
isn't San Andreas
character?
Isn't San Andreas the start of the most broken GTA mechanic though? Tap X for run.
Yeah, but I would say this: San Andreas had character, man. It had comedy. They were making fun of all types of stuff.
Smoke and Sweet are probably the best video game characters, bar none, for that generation. I would say that entire game was hilarious to me.
My GTA had to be Vice City though.
Vice City started it. I would
screw that. I'm on Saints Row for me.
Oh Lord, stop the trolling.
I actually like the original Saints Row before it got stupid. But Saints Row 3 was still pretty fun too.
But the best GTA out there, let's go ahead and be honest, the best GTA is Lego City Undercover. Let's just put it out there.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
And now we got a 2-player.
Can we take Lego City Undercover, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and the combat from True Crime Streets of LA and mix it all together? Can we do that, please? Can we do that and have a complete game? Can we do that, please? Just the combat from Streets of LA, the open world of Lego City, and everything else from GTA. All the extra details from GTA.
Guys, I'm looking at the clock on the lower right-hand side of my monitor. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's time for you to go to that little small town in Georgia where they filmed that little show about zombies.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know they have a restaurant down here dedicated to that show, right? And they
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
people watch them film it from the. Yeah, it's interesting.
Wow.
Oh,
One White Kong is here. Hey, what's going on?
what's up, White Kong?
So Quan is going to be muted probably for a while. But yeah, I'm all hating on GTA aside. I do think that there's with the new hardware that's going to be coming out probably in response to Nintendo Switch at some point. I think that there's a lot of room for that franchise to grow.
Oh, and didn't you post something earlier today, or maybe you commented, I'm not sure, about how the Switch has access to like 25% more power while mobile?
I think Jay posted that. He asked me, he wanted me to comment on it, and I couldn't really. I was still making a video response to God, I can't think of his name right now. Why can't I think of his name to save my life? He used to be part of the Gamers at Large. Why can't I think of his name to save my life right now? I did a video response to him, so I should remember. I have to pull up my notes here because I'm old.
It's probably not worth your time. Don't worry about it.
Ruler to review. I'm sorry. So yeah, I had to do a video response to him real quick. So I was recording that. That's why the podcast started late. So
okay.
I had to do that because that's got to be up at some point this week. I still got Game of the Year stuff I haven't uploaded and all kind of crap. So I'm still working. But no, I just feel that at some point GTA is going to find its mark where, you know, I don't know if Monolith got to go knock on their door and show them exactly how to do it. Something's going to happen where they're just like, hey, let's make the frame rate suck less. Okay, let's do that. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. But, and also the load times. God, the load times. But
yeah, and don't get me wrong, Lego City on the Wii U had bad load times as well, but it was at one singular load time, and it took like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but it did load the entire city.
world.
So there was never a load time anywhere else unless you went to the police department. But other than that, you had access to the entire city, all the buildings, everything you can go in. Yeah, no loads.
Now you could tell that was a launch game that had no idea what the memory subsystem was going to be like on that platform. They were just like, it'll all be on the disc. Fuck it. So
I mean, and then what gets to me is that they achieved that, not too long after Wii U launched. That was like a 2014 title.
Yeah, that was man.
I'm going to enjoy my system even after the Switch comes out. I will say that.
Oh man, I still got other stuff to play. I still got to. And when you showed me that there was going to be a physical release for Axiom Verge, like I don't want to waste money, but damn.
And Keith would shout out to him. He was like, "But why?" I was like, "Dude, I mean, it's a good game." He said, "But why would they do this now?" I said, "Well, I mean, even though the Wii U is going out, that's still something that I'm pretty sure someone already owns the game and still pick it up because that's a game made by one person. As how much to Metroid? Like that's an achievement."
What if they
also
take
you got to
eShop
factor
down?
in.
Yeah, true.
Well, I don't think they'll take it down right away, but yeah.
Yeah, they haven't taken it down for Wii yet. They haven't taken it down eShop yet.
Which reminds me, I got some credits on my Wii that I need to go ahead and buy. Like at least there were like another 10 games I want to get off there before they went away.
Yeah, you might want to hurry up. I think they're gonna go ahead and get rid of that.
Yeah.
Like games like Toe Jam and Earl and stuff like that. The other Earthworm Jim. I need to pick that up before they go bye.
Hey, all you people that own Wii's, go download all your Neo Geo games because they're gonna take them down. They already starting to get rid of all non-Nintendo stuff on there anyway. So go on there and download all that shit on your Wii while you can, if you can. So I will grab them all. Make sure you got them on there and make sure they ain't locked. Make sure you run it one time to make sure it runs. And
I tell anyone right now, the 8th gen, if you got a Wii U and you've been holding back on buying titles because you were hoping they appear on the Switch, you better get off your ass because
Yep.
you're gonna have that Pikmin 3 problem. You wondering why you can't find it. Come to find out, even though the game sold decently, Nintendo they didn't keep reprinting those shits.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Good luck.
Lego City
Good luck.
Undercover was going for like 80, $90 before they brought it back as a Nintendo Select title.
Yeah, I wonder. And I would say this is what I would. This is my general rule of thumb for anybody. If a JRPG comes out on a Nintendo platform, get as many copies of them as you can. Because typically, I'm serious. Because typically,
No, that team for. Go ahead.
just right now, okay. How much do you think it costs for a mint copy of Secret of Evermore? Just top of your head, how much do you think? That's a Super Nintendo RPG. It was exclusive to Super Nintendo.
150.
Probably about $200.
About $200.
Yeah.
I'd say about 150. Play it safe.
Just because I wanna feel lucky. A super used one is $34.99. Mint. I'm looking right now. Here I see one for $65.
Really?
And I got another one. I got a collectible one for $40, but then one that's still in the box, sealed with everything in it, $99, and one that has the original cellophane still on it, $114, and never been opened, $150.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I that's just a general rule of thumb. I would say the same thing for PlayStation 2, but those discs seem to be everywhere, and for a lot of those games,
Yeah, and
I buy stuff from PlayStation 2 all the time.
and like you say, like when it comes to JRPGs, if you guys are interested in Xenoblade Chronicles X, you better get it.
For real.
Because the funny thing is that game
Tokyo Sessions.
Like that game has been on sale like I think 4 times throughout 2016. And when I saw it, it was like, oh, even Best Buy, get the collector's edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X for like $40. And I posted it a few times. I already owned it, but it's like if you guys saying you got collectibles still in stock, people are gonna be sour if they don't pick this up. They're gonna be sour as hell. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, you better get that game because you won't be able to find it within the next 6 months to a year. I promise.
The game that everybody ignored, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, $70. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on GameCube also, $239. Tales of Symphonia, $111. This is just Amazon, just quick glancing. $111. A game I have right here, right now. $111.
My favorite.
And it's not even brand new. That's just for the manual and shit.
Of that time.
Hey, how much do you see a copy of Xenogears for the PS1?
Oh my god,
Ooh,
I
that's
want
probably
that
a lot
game.
of money.
That's at least
probably-
100 something plus. Because
I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody I know that has Xenogears, they were missing one disc or they didn't have the manual, and I know I was one of those persons. My second disc got scratched up.
I have a mint condition with all 3 discs that I actually found at a movie trading company for like $30. They didn't know what they had.
So Xenogears,
Complete with manual and everything.
Somebody's selling one for $58, but that's like a collector. Let me see if I can.
Because I'd buy that. That's a game I lost a long time ago. Xenogear, that was one of my favorite PlayStation games.
$99 is what I'm looking at. You can buy that in Chrono Cross as a bundle for $114. Yeah, pretty much. But some PlayStation RPGs like Final Fantasy 9 can be had for a song. Like it's like $15.
Yep.
So it depends on how many were printed, and not that many JRPGs for Nintendo platforms were printed that well to begin with anyway. So because I'm looking at something right now. Let's see what this one is. But Ten Kaitos, the original game, with everything in it, $84. Skies of Arcadia Legends, $189. I already said Tales of Symphonia was 111. Eternal Darkness, the game they couldn't sell for shit, $124. I have it right here. So, yeah.
So people, if you don't have a Wii U, you better get one. If you have one, if you can, I suggest you get one for backup just for the gamepad purposes.
And get Xenoblade, man. I will get a digital copy and a physical.
I mean, seriously. This
like he said Wii U games will be really hard to find 5 years from now. That is true.
Not even 5 years. I would say 2 to 3. But to me, this system is already ready to dethrone the Dreamcast. You know, and even hell, the 64, if you want to go that far, as like, and I'm sorry, the GameCube, as very highly regarded, underrated systems.
Yep. It goes from failure to finally remembered. That's so funny, isn't it? Isn't that funny how that works? It's like, oh, the Dreamcast sold. It barely sold, blah, 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 blah. The games don't sell, blah, 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 blah. You can't find one no more. You can't get your sports version no more. Now you tripping. Now the Dreamcast is the best thing ever, but you didn't buy no games. Yeah. It's your fault, man. I bought all that crap. I bought Echo the Dolphin, even though it sucked in 3D. I bought all that. I like my Virtua Tennis, man. Virtua Tennis was off the chain. Pete Sampras wasn't playing no games.
And oh man, back when Capcom was the shit, that Power Stone.
Man, Power Stone 2. I was playing the Marvel versus Capcom, man.
Project Justice.
Project Justice, was it Plasma Blade? Yep. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, man, all them games.
Yeah.
So many games.
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. Hold on. Fake immigrants. You are in Trinidad. Carnival time. What the hell are you doing in this chat? You should be in the middle of a fete right now.
I don't do my show, dude. I'm in my hotel right. I just came back in.
You shouldn't even be able to talk straight. You should be slurring.
Do not remind me. My back is killing me right now. Don't remind me. I'm in my hotel right now chilling, man. I just finished the show just about an hour ago. I just got back to the hotel. So I said, hey, y'all up? Let me just join in.
All right, I'll give you a pass. It is after.
Just because one white con trolling, he over there talking about what he got and what he have and what he don't have or whatever. I got that right there. I got two of them. I got two. I have one for show and one to just have the art book out. But I got two versions. I got one I never touched, and I have a digital copy. Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, that art book is fire.
Oh yeah, and I got one that I'm not even touching.
Okay.
You know what I do with my Shadow? I got the collector's edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X, but what I did is, it has a reversible cover on the game box. I actually used the outside cover for mine.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, you reverse one? Yeah, I started to reverse one of mine, but that would require me to open both of them. I don't want to do it. So I want to keep one. I'm gonna keep my first one as original, and then maybe if I open it some years from now, if I decide to do a yard sale or something. These games, they end up being more with time anyway. There's no reason for me to even touch it. I should just leave it alone. Because there's a game in there with plastic on it.
Well, Xenoblade is one of those games that you can come back to it even 5 years from now and still have stuff to do on it. You can still find.
Did I already tell you how many hours I have in that game? Like over 400. I'm still finding shit.
It's just sad day. But hey, to the ones that don't have it, I hate to say this, it sucks for you. Not trying to offend you. I didn't listen to popular trends and opinions. I got what I wanted, and I got what I knew I would enjoy. And I'm happy to say I'm glad my backlog on my Wii U is ridiculous, because when you bastards you're crying because you didn't take advantage of it, I'm gonna be sitting there playing those same games you wish you could even lay your eyes on online.
I'm still hurting on Wii. And here's this. I never beat Zombie U. I still gotta finish that shit.
Yeah, I have neither. I have not beat that game yet, and it's actually kind of hard.
Boy, you get to Buckingham and it gets real. It gets real. That's a long walk. So yeah, man, I'm telling you.
And you know the worst part about that game, man, but it's so challenging. That permadeath, that when you die, you got to go back and find your backpack and shit.
Yep. You may have
It's
to
like,
kill yourself to get your shit.
I mean, you literally, when you die in that game, you don't just respawn. You literally start over from scratch.
Yep.
And you gotta hope you can go back and find your backpack full of stuff. If not, it's like you're really starting the whole game over. You really are.
Man. So
The struggle's real, guys. The struggle's real.
what was I looking at?
I
was looking at Baten Kaitos, I think I was. Baten Kaitos Origins, I think, is what you could probably find pretty cheap right now, I think. The other ones was like, no, Baten Kaitos Origins is $84. And there were a lot of copies of that game around after the GameCube was dead. So, like,
I paid $19 for Chrono Trigger. That's so much better.
I saw copies of this game floating around in stores after the Wii U launched. So, I'm trying to figure out why it got so expensive so quick. This game stayed around for a while because for whatever reason, like, it was stores that didn't sell video games ended up with this on shelves. I went into Office Depot and saw one. Like, why is this here? So,
hey, but you know what though? Here's another game that I want to get that didn't sell well, but now since the sequel is launched, you like the prequel is like selling at a really high price, and you can't really find it. Gravity Rush, Master for the PS4. This shit is now, dude. The moment Gravity Rush 2 launch, it's hard to find that shit. It really is.
I wonder why.
The cheapest I've seen it is like 60 or 70. I'm like, hold on, this game just 3-4 months ago was only about $20, and I could have got one.
Yeah, you're right. That physical copy is gone. They must have got rid of it because maybe they didn't print that many of them. But it says $85 here. The only way you can get it is digital right now for cheaper than $90.
Ain't that the same thing with the original Bayonetta 1 and 2 disc? That thing's like $100 now. Is
it? Wow.
Yeah. Because they have the physical for two. That comes with both. Yeah, the one that they got one that we did it when they have the disc 2. I mean, Bayonetta 2, but 1 and 2. The only way you getting that now is you paying a lot of money or you go in digital.
Yeah,
man, this is $104 on Amazon. Yeah, oh my god!
I think it was like back in February and March last year when they made the announcement about it. That they made some big announcement saying that you can now Bayonetta 2 is now $30. People like, you don't want to pick it up, but it didn't come with Bayonetta 1. It was just Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, that one's $30 still. They still selling that one.
I gave away an extra copy of this game. I could have been making a dose, son.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep.
Hey, honestly, if you would have kept that extra copy you had with the combo, dude, that would have been $100 off your Switch right there.
Yeah.
Whatever. The person who got it is enjoying it. Trust me.
No, and honestly, that's what matters. I'm just, we're joking around.
I feel like I should get a physical copy of 3D World. Does anybody have one that's not a Nintendo Select copy?
I have one.
No.
I bought it launch
3D
day.
World? Yeah, I got the launch. Most of my games I buy for the Wii U are all bought right off the bat. So.
Yeah, I miss that one.
I mean,
I miss Hyrule Warriors.
What you could do is buy the Nintendo Select one, and then you can probably go to eBay and find like someone selling the damn paper insert of the original.
So here's the deal with me, right? So I intend to buy it at launch, right? Then time goes by. I get ready to buy it right before it becomes a Nintendo Select, and Nintendo cuts a deal on the eShop, and they're just like, it would be dumb for me not to buy it digitally at this point. So I buy it digitally, and then they put out the Select one, so I can't get the one without the Select thing on it. So
there are two games. There are two games I'm glad I bought because they really do stand out in the Wii U library. There are only two games that come in red boxes: Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario Maker. They're the only ones that come in red boxes. The rest are blue.
Wait, I thought Super Mario Brothers U was
Super Mario Brothers Wii came with a red box, didn't it?
Yeah,
Super Mario. Yeah, but Super Mario. And then you gotta add in the Super Luigi U. That's green.
Yeah, I didn't get a physical copy of that. I had the DLC joint and the add-on because they didn't even make a physical. They didn't make the physical until after that.
Yep. Till it became a minion seller. Yep.
You know what? Forget you, Nintendo tards.
Man, Super Luigi U is hard, man. Who beat that? Who beat Super Luigi U?
I haven't. I ain't go front.
That shit is hard.
I won't even pretend.
I didn't even use the base name yet.
Someday. Not this day.
That joint is mega hard. I'm like, if you're a hardcore gamer, like you say, I play all these shooters and I'm so good, but man, play that Super Luigi U. You will be reintroduced to what gaming is, like what it was like back in the 80s. You're like, remember Ninja Gaiden? We got something for you.
Nah.
And
So
I know
you got
this is
Red
off
Fox in the
topic,
chat.
but get Contra 4 for the DS or the 3DS if you can get a hold of it, because that gives you a small taste of old school gaming.
Oh yeah,
You
the
will
Contra
get
4.
wrecked. That is so much fun though.
Bullet hell,
Yes,
bullet hell on foot.
pretty much.
Well,
You're like,
one even that
oh,
you
I
could.
got shot.
I'm gonna say cheat, yeah, because I got a game before I came down here. I bought a game called, which was on the Dreamcast, another game that was on the Dreamcast that got remastered, Ghost Blade HD. That friggin' thing is ridiculous. Holy smoke, that's a ridiculous game. You talk about tough, you better get your gaming on with that one. Whoo!
Hey, so who bought the Master Sword edition of this damn Zelda thing? I didn't. If I got that,
I don't, but I would love to get my hands on it.
I wouldn't have nowhere to put it, so I couldn't get that version.
I want it. I'm hoping I can walk into Best Buy on midnight launch and they have at least one or two there they're gonna sell to customers.
Good luck.
Yeah. I wouldn't have nowhere to put
But
that,
if
so I
not-
just got the other one, the special or whatever.
But if not, I'll settle for the collector's edition, like the special one you mentioned, because that's the only difference is that the one has a Master Sword, one doesn't. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want the Master Sword. This one doesn't have it. Great, that works for me. So that's what I ended up doing. So Xenoblade Chronicles X, the special edition I just held up to piss off one white cone. That's $115 now on Amazon.
Not surprising. I mean, I got one too, so.
No, $119. I'm sorry.
About 4 months ago, Best Buy literally had that bitch on sale for $40.
Yeah, the special edition for $40.
Why you gotta be disrespecting it like that?
Hey, I'm just saying. Like, I know that you guys see me post stuff about deals. Like, even right now, Codename Steam is $6. $6.
Hyrule Warriors about to be like that too in a minute.
It's like that is a new IP that people shitted on. It's actually a really fun game. I hope they bring that concept to the Switch. But I got mine for $12 like over a year ago, but now it's $6.
What game is that?
Codename Steam for the 3DS.
Oh yeah, man. It seemed like there were people that gave glowing praise to that game like 6 months later, but when it first came out, people were shitting on it. I don't understand.
Yeah, because remember, like,
there was some controversy regarding what's his name though that hurt the game.
Who? With who? Oh, yeah, with one of the actors, which was stupid. Yeah, but the thing that killed me.
The game because people were eating.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Really $9 right now.
I did a video about, but the thing about it, I did a video about this a while back when it's saying about, like you just said, Shadow, with the whole, it hit it then, but now it's praised because I remember when Polygon, I talk about Polygon, when they gave it a 3 because the guy couldn't beat the first boss in the whole game. I was like, dude, it's not that hard. And he didn't understand how to play the game. And of course, somebody else reviewed it and they take it from a 3 to a 6.5. I'm like, why even bother? Y'all just can't play games. And he's the same person who couldn't beat Star Fox Zero on the first stage with the invincibility mode.
So my question is, why do these people still have a job? That's my question.
Here's the answer. He is the head editor of Polygon. He's one of the head editors of Polygon. So that's why he wouldn't lose his job. He's one of the head editors.
He should be fired. What you say, Shepard?
No, I was just saying the same thing as y'all saying. How on earth could you be a reviewer if you can't play with the link?
It looked like that Xenoblade is a collector's item too. because it's $64
yeah.
right now.
Actually, no. Actually,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense now because most gamers these days suck. So if a sucky gamer,
Oh my God,
modern gamer.
that is wrong. That is so wrong.
And if you
But
Man, I might
you know
get
what?
that game.
Go up here.
What?
$9, man. The code name Steam.
Quantum Steam?
Yeah.
It's a good game. It really is. It's a strategy. It's basically a StatCom without, with in first person shooter, but it's still freaking. I mean, third person, I should say. But it's pretty
But
cool.
it's strategy, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. When you get later on in the stages, it get tough as hell because them creatures, the aliens have some badass moves that gonna mess you up if you don't know how to play that game. So you
break the seal on that game.
Yeah, that game is a really good strategy third person shooter game and also they did what Nintendo does as usual. They added character to the cast. You took Wizard of Oz and Folklore and turned it into a fun game, which that's the sad part about it. And I wish I bought the game physical. I have it and I enjoyed it. I have not beat it because one of my problems is I get to the end of most games and another game come out and I keep on going. So I'm at the end of the game, but I just ain't beat it.
Somebody gave the Wii U 5 years because Tony's back apparently. He ain't been in our chat in a while. But he put in loving memory of Wii U 2012 to 2017. Remember how people was trying to say it was less than 3 years that it was dead?
Well, remember the thing that Kimmy is. Well, okay.
Wii U's been dead since 2013. Come on.
Can I ask you a question, Shadow? Because like I said, when I was in the car driving back, I heard you say something about you trying to do a video. So I know you're gonna upload it maybe tonight or whatever. I ain't gonna catch it until Wednesday because crazy shows. Because I know as a partner immigrant, we know tomorrow's Juve. So that's why I'm home. That's why I'm at the hotel right now to rest my body up. But other than that. I also had to say, because I was listening to a video from Rob Rule to Review, and he said something this is why he said that people they listen to other people's and don't check it for themselves. And I'm surprised because he's a person say he does research, whatever. When he was like, well, a loving memory of Wii U, blah, blah, blah. But the Wii U, the Wii U has been dead since back then when they stopped production. The production of Wii U didn't stop until January. So where did these people get that news from? Oh, I get it because of all the other YouTubers were saying it, and they never checked to see because Nintendo didn't do that. But as usual, I don't like that. I just why?
But that's status quo. I was saying that earlier in this vid.
Everybody stop. Everybody in the chat, turn around and collectively slap Tony Konami Koran. Somebody slap him because he just said that he sold his Bayonetta 2 with disc 1 and 2 on there.
Dang, dude, I wouldn't.
That's like $100 a year, and he sold it.
Yes, everybody slap that fool right now.
Okay. Well, did you see all the games that Nia sold on Twitter?
Oh,
she sold her entire Wii U collection.
What? She did?
Our Wii U collection to get money for the Switch.
Wow.
But she said she earned for a minute though. Like she ain't got bread like that right now. So she's trying to do whatever to get on.
But again, okay, so that's gonna burn. So wait, that's what we're gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. She got to pay at least 3 to 4 times as much to get that shit back.
Yeah. That don't make that if you and also you want to be on the cutting edge for who? If I can afford it, I ain't gonna afford it. If I can't afford it, I'll wait.
But she got audience though. She's streaming and all that. I
don't care
about the hustle.
I can't knock the hustle, but being broke for the hustle is stupid.
But that's what Tony just said in the chat. He said he was trying to save his money for a Switch. That's why he sold it.
Let me say this.
Wait.
Hey man, y'all need to get credit cards, man. And get y'all credit up. Just for real. I got a credit card dedicated to that.
Look, I'm not trying to offend anybody here. I really ain't. And I can respect the hustle as well, but let me just say this.
Ain't no freaking way.
If you sold your shit to an individual that actually gave you decent amount of money for it, okay, I can somewhat respect that.
You know who she sold it to.
Packed your shit up in a Walmart. If you packed your shit in a Walmart bag and took it to GameStop, you deserve to have a mop shoved up your ass. Seriously.
Please note that everything said by Dr. Feelgood is meant to troll all retarded people.
Dr. Feelgood, though. Dr. Feelgood, I will say this. She said she got $175 for it all, and that surprised me because I didn't think she was getting that much. But it was 10. It was 10 games.
Too, actually.
Wait.
No, you know why? She did it at GameStop, right?
Yeah.
GameStop, whenever they sell new products, they give extra credit for turning in old stuff.
Wait. Can I ask a question seriously? So wait. How much games she sold back in?
She sold 10 games.
And got $175?
Yeah, that's still like that's well over $600 worth of stuff. But GameStop would have raped her even more. She probably would have got like $60 for all that.
No,
I guess they did an extra deal or whatever and gave her like $175. You know how GameStop do?
Come on,
I don't know what GameStop do because I don't mess with GameStop like that no more.
So $175, I thought that was actually a pretty good deal considering them.
Yeah, she got a lot more money.
That's a dumb deal.
I would say this. It is a good deal, but it depends on what 10 games she traded in with it.
Exactly.
Oh, she sold good ones. Because I'll just put the picture in the chat. I'm not even going to mention. I'm just going to. I don't want y'all. Girl, man, she's a good person.
Mama always say it.
Nah, you told you you're not a good person.
No, I'm not knocking her character. I'm just saying, and you said, like, Shadow, trust me, as just like you. Like I said, I don't knock a person's hustle, but again, that was like me selling all my insurance to my band just to get down here to play music. That's make no sense to me.
Man, I'm going to copy this image address, and I'm going to put it in the chat here.
I have a question, Shadow. And I read about this a couple of years back, but doesn't GameStop have a credit card available?
They do, but you don't want it. It's
the interest rate.
Interest or something.
It's like 20% or some crazy shit.
25.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm good.
Think about that. That means for every $100 you spend, you got to pay them back $25.
Okay, so check this out.
Right off the cup.
I'm looking at the picture of the game she traded in. Okay, she traded in both Redbox games and Splatoon, not to mention Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Feelgood.
The Darksiders, the Just Dance, the Assassin's Creed, I get that. Even the
no, because Darksiders, you're never going to see that again.
True.
Dr. Feelgood.
That sold more digitally.
He put that in the chat so the people can't see it. You just read it out loud. That defeated the purpose of it. Just saying.
But if you look at that, that's she probably shouldn't have got rid of those.
Nope.
And then that Call of Duty, because that's like the best one.
Black Ops 2? Yeah.
But check this out. So for all these, this is 11 games. These 11 games should have probably got 150 by themselves, in my opinion.
True.
Cherry power up in this
because if you look at that, the only game that was less than $60 at launch was Captain Toad.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Just Dance 2014. They may go for $5 or $10, maybe.
Nah, they sold that for the 60 when it first came out. That was for the 60.
I
don't know how much she got it for, but that was 60.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're looking at roughly $600 right there.
Damn, and you got less than a third.
But
then again, I don't know how much she paid. I know she paid at least 60 for two of them because you mentioned the red box, right? So she paid at least 60 for two of them. The rest of them, I don't know when or how she got them, but those are $60 games. So. Oh. Yeah, man, that's gotta hurt.
Well, you said she got. I mean, again, I'm not knocking her hustle. She got to put up her content or whatever.
She's streaming stuff. So
thank God I don't gotta go through that stuff. Holy smoke! Jeez, I'm not doing that for no reason.
I would say this, man.
I've returned one game and only one game ever.
Me too. Ever in my life. One.
The last time I traded a game, I won't even lie. I think I traded in a game to get Streets of Rage 2 from Funko Land years ago. That was it. I haven't traded in games
to get Streets of Rage 2.
Yeah,
it was worth it. But here's my thing. For example, Splatoon. I would never trade that game in. You wanna know why? I put over 700 hours of my life into that game.
Man,
Which
That
reminds
game
me,
is not going anywhere.
which reminds me, dude. Hop on Splatoon now. I have a small window.
Splatoon, what's good?
Yeah, come on. Hurry up.
What's good? Gamers at large, gaming at large.
And Shadow, you're doing your Transformer bit again.
Awesome.
I mean, okay, okay, like you guys, I'm not knocking the hustle. I understand that things get bad. I've even had at one point, this only happened once, I've had to actually trade in or sell my stuff. Even though I got it back, I had to do it just for money. And but that was that's like the last straw for me. It was kind of like that was my last resort, nothing else. But I'm sorry, but man, the console itself, even if you got it used, you pay at least $250 for it. Even if you got it used,
I mean,
each one of those games ran you an average of $45 to $50 on average.
see,
So we're talking about essentially $800, and all you got for was $175.
well, yeah, I understand that. And to me, I can understand people selling their games if you're not working and you need the money for this or whatever. But to sell something just to get the popular thing, even though sometimes I just don't get that.
Bro, that's 95% of the people on YouTube.
I can't do that. If I'm selling my games, which I mean, I don't need to, but if I have to, it's because of I am broke. I don't have nothing, whatever. That's a last resort. But I'm not selling something that I spend hard-earned money at the beginning to get to enjoy, because just like guys like you, like we did our research to buy the games that we like, and then sell it away just because I want just to get a Zelda. Like me, like I'm buying like I said, I'm getting Breath of the Wild on Wii U. I'm not getting it for no Switch. I don't care for that for the better graphics or whatever. The game plays the same. I don't give a crap about that stuff. All right, now
What the hell happened?
I want to know too. Yeah, I was looking to see what happened too, because I'm talking and then I hear nothing else after. I'm not, and I'm on my phone. Sorry, I was on my phone. I'm on my phone, so I can't say I'm looking at the screen or whatever. But I was just saying now that I just can't do that. I don't know. Like everybody has different circumstances, and I understand that. But the being like the social game like Shepard came up with just to keep your. I mean, how much money are you making off your channel to do this anyway? It's like,
but just like, but see,
I can see this if you had a million YouTube subs or at least 500,000. Okay,
all right, y'all hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what I would say like is this though. I agree with you there. Like if you're doing it to get money to take care of something important, that's one thing. But trading for money just to get the newest console coming out. This new console coming out, don't be wrong, I'm not down on the Switch. I'm not down playing it, but it doesn't have nearly the hits right now that the Wii U already has.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck. You're going to have one game, you're just going to be sitting there.
And then you're going to have the same complaints you have for the Wii U right now. Don't get me wrong, there won't be any, based on what we know right now, there won't be any serious droughts. But
they're going to be droughts. It's going to be droughts.
But according to the type of gamer most people are today, there are going to be droughts. Because there's not
preference.
COD right now.
Not to me.
There will be. Not to me either, but come on. I know people right now, they're shitting on snipper clips. They're even shitting on Bomberman.
I got Zelda, then ARMS, then Mario Kart, then Splatoon. Like, I'm good.
But see, that's us. But the typical person that did not buy Wii U or had one and always talk shit about it, to them, I heard them mention on multiple occasions, on multiple videos up to this point. Well, the only game coming out right now for the Switch is Zelda. But here you are trying to buy one by trading your Wii U. But you complain about there only being one game at launch.
But let's not even forget. Remember those same. Like I said, look, I have a video on my channel talking about this. Every console has a drought, no matter what anybody thinks. It's because of the one word of preference. So even those people who say that, I always check those people who do the video stuff saying about. This is Wii U has a drought. Okay, what games are you playing on your PlayStation 4 and your Xbox One? When I'm talking to individual people, when I talk to them individual, Oh, I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm playing Call of Duty Ghosts. But that game came out 3 years ago. Or I'm playing this game. That came out 2 months ago. You ain't paying this. You ain't pick up Titanfall. You ain't pick up. Then don't you ever drought too?
Man, like their droughts, they pretend they don't happen, right? So
Which is the way
those
thing.
consoles came out and they ain't had no fucking games ready. Like niggas was playing. I mean, seriously, like people were playing. Like they didn't even play the one game that was good for PlayStation 4. Nobody played Infamous. Everybody was like, "Oh well, let's play Resogun." And then as soon as a PS3 port came out, oh let's play that. Let's go ahead and play. Let's play Journey again. Like what? What are we doing? But it's the preferred platform of choice because IGN said so. So everybody's going out and buying one. To the point where all of my son's friends have literally migrated from Xbox Live to PlayStation Network. Waste of money. Mid subscription, I want a PlayStation Network account. I don't want an Xbox anymore.
No, that's what it is, man.
I guess that's a good thing for him is that I have everything, so he ain't got to worry about that. But these other kids, I don't know what they telling their parents. What are they telling their parents? Because they ain't just gonna be like, "Oh, here's some money."
Nope, you're right about that. But this chase of popularity is just weird to me, and I would never get that. Thank goodness I gotta go through that nonsense.
Maybe it's a millennial thing. Well, it's not a millennial thing.
No, it's not a millennial thing. It's not a millennial. It happened, but the problem is though the internet magnified. It basically gives people digital courage. The internet magnified big time. It happened before. It happened way before this with rock and hip hop and like old school, like music wise or with books and stuff. But we was talking to each other one on one, two on two. We wasn't reaching around the world that validated your choice or not your choice of good or bad. Nobody was validating it. This has happened, and when the seventh generation influx all these gamers that never played these games, it became, as Shep would always say, that's when the social gamer kicked in. And I'm talking about social gamer like playing multiple games or whatever. I'm talking about people who live through social media playing games, which is I can't do that. Forget that.
No, number one, I can't do two things at one time. So I'm gonna play my games, and you ain't gonna see videos from me for a while. That's what's gonna happen. So, I'm gonna be playing my Last of Us remastered or whatever you see me on my account doing. Like I think I was playing 3D World this morning or something, like whatever. If y'all know what all my accounts are, they're the same on every platform for the most part and Steam. So you log on there, see what I'm playing, and there it is. I can't hide it. You see it. So I'm playing.
I got you. I mean, and then for me, like if I want to record stuff, to go out there and get the capture card. People do that. That's cool for you guys because I know some of you guys have the capture card stuff. If I wanted to capture something, I could send it to my computer, my desktop card. I could capture and I could do stuff as well too. But
I do my videos because it's easier to manage. So that way, I record it and I could just play how I normally play. I don't have to worry about talking and all the other kind of crap. Then I add that to my video when I upload it. So that way, I don't have to worry about. Because trying to play a game and talk, you can't do it. You can't do it.
You mess up a lot. But the reason I'm saying that is like, look, I could do it. And I got a good computer screen. Hell, I could live stream it I could link it to my big screen TV and play as well. To have done it before because of what I have. But it's just.
It's psychological.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if I'm playing a game, my focus on the game. I don't care what's going on, whatever. So yes, I do go to YouTube, download videos just to show that what I'm talking about. But I got a time for that stuff. When the topic comes up and I talk about it, and I move on. It just I am playing games, and you've seen like I did a video last week. Oh yeah, whatever. I mean, about my channel. You comment on it like. People say there's no games. I spent close to $500 on my Wii U last year alone.
Yeah.
Last year alone, close to $500.
And that's one game a month. That's all that is, just one game a month.
I can't even do it. Nintendo's already taking way too much money from me. I might actually hold back on getting the Switch just for that reason.
But again, look, but look, I'm just saying, like that video, I show my games off, whatever. That's last year alone. Since 2014 and up, I spent close to $500. I spent $500 for close to the Wii U. But even that, like putting the 3DS,
only 500.
Here's the thing, though. I said in the video, here's the thing. Since 2014 up till now, I have spent an average of $1,000 on games every year. 3DS, Wii U, PC. Now I got a PlayStation Vita from last year. I buy games. It's an expensive hobby, so I know what I'm buying. And I do my fun for it.
I will say this is going to sound crazy. I've spent more money on eShop this generation than I have on Steam.
Me too. Yeah. Even though I have a Steam account, I only buy a couple games on Steam really that intrigue you. But I'm with you. I bought a lot of games on the eShop from 3DS to the Wii U that I enjoy.
I think I got hooked because of that whole $5 deal.
Got you.
You get your little $5 back. Yeah, I was hooked. I was like, oh, I get my little extra $5 in. I'm gonna use this, and because it only lasted for 2 years, and they were dead serious about that because 2 years passed, and they were like, it's done after this date.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think we did a podcast that day warning everybody, go get all your games now.
Well, yeah. I did a podcast about that to come full circle. I have a podcast on my channel talking to one of my friends. He's thinking, oh, it's going to be a virtual console or whatever. He said, that podcast like, dude, because he listened to, sadly, to Twitter and Facebook. He's not a YouTuber too much. He has a YouTube channel, but it's like 4 or 5 subs, and he really don't care for it. But he was like, man, I'm gonna trade in my Wii U to get the Switch. It was NX at the time, and NX and stuff. And I said, dude, don't do that, man. He said, well, I ain't got no games with the Wii U. I'm like, what games you don't got a Wii U? And I told him, and I said, I'll lend you a couple of my games, which is one of the few people I would lend games to because I learned my lesson a long time with GameCube and shit. But I lend him, and he's like, whoa, I didn't know how Xenoblade was this and this was that, because look for me, Xenoblade I had 2 copies. So I was like, he was like, wait, nobody talked about these games and stuff like that. I said, exactly. That's why I said, don't listen to Facebook, whatever. Go to Nintendo.com and look at the game and see if something might intrigue you. He did that. He bought it. He keeps his Wii U. Now he's like, yo, Liger, which, he's somewhere around there, but like, yo, Liger, like, dude, I am happy you told me this, man, because I have been playing my Wii U more than I've been playing my Xbox, which is I'm not bragging on it. He's like, I didn't know these games was on the console because I was following everybody else. And now he has the money to buy the Switch. He has the money to buy the Switch, and he's gonna buy the Switch. And basically, I just, as a friend, when I came on Trinidad because I saw something with Brownie, I just pre-ordered the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild for him so he could get it because he's busy himself too. But he's like, man, thank you for letting me know about this stuff. I said, dude, you gotta thank me. Just go to Sony.com. This doesn't gotta be a Nintendo thing. Go to Sony, go to Xbox.com. Go and do your own thing. Do not listen to a lot of these people with their crap, man. Seriously. Don't.
Yeah, that's
that game's on. Right now, you got Breath of the Wild coming out, and you got Horizon Zero Dawn. And people are like, oh, this is the Zelda killer. Oh, we don't care about this. Who cares who's Zelda killer or not?
Why don't you get both games?
Don't get both games. Or if you only have a PlayStation 4, do not care what anybody say. Oh, don't get into that ridiculous crap. Just, you got Horizon Zero Dawn. It looks like a good game. It's getting great reviews. Go buy it. Enjoy it. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. Get the game and enjoy it, bro.
Grim Pachi, he made a video about this today. Shout out to him. He made a video saying, people, I seen this video about the Switch, for CNN with the kickstand shit or whatever.
Oh my God.
And he's like, let these people, convince you not to buy something. He says, don't do it. He says, you're interested? He said, get it. Don't let anyone tell you don't buy something just because, of how it looks or some shit like that. He says, these people today, they go out of their way to convince you of why you shouldn't get something or this is good enough for you not to get it. Even when it comes to Zelda versus Horizon Zero Dawn, he says you don't have to choose. He says if you can, get both. If your funds are there, get both of them. There's nothing wrong with enjoying both games.
Or like we be saying with Splatoon or other games, if you can't get it now, just wait down the line. You get it later on. It's no problem. Just do that. And I mean, but we've been saying that all the time. Like, why are you doing that kind of like games? It's all about the games, people. Without the game, the consoles are just a pretty plastic. It's nothing. Get the daggone game. Stop comparing. It's gonna be this killer. It's gonna be that killer. It's gonna be this great. I mean, you know what? Breath of the Wild is gonna be its own thing. And again, I've seen many videos on this about it's gonna be best to get it for the Switch because of blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, go ahead. You want a better frame rate, which majority of the people say that, but they have not played it.
Sony called Dark Cloud a Zelda killer. The only true Zelda killer is new Zelda games.
Exactly. That's and I think about it. Why compare that to? Okay, let's be honest. We do it ourselves too. So I'm not gonna say that we don't. But in the grand scheme of gaming itself, if there's a good game on one console and you have that console, go out and, like I say, that's what you're supposed to do. Research, go out and find it. Like I said, Zelda is the same thing too. Like when I played, the funny thing is when I played Breath of the Wild in 2015, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be a great game. It's looking good. I'm enjoying playing it, and I was not thinking of this is gonna be the best thing ever, whatever. I just had a chance to play something. I had fun with it. The greatest whatever Zelda, all that stuff was not on my mind until basically I have a video on it coming up soon, but it wasn't on my mind or nothing like that. I was just like, I got to play a game. I'm having fun with the game. I can't wait to get the full version of this game. That's all I was thinking about. I didn't think about showing people say, oh man, this is, I mean, hell, you guys did.
You know why? Because you are secure. You do not feel compelled to impress people. You are content with what you enjoy and you keep it moving. That's how you should be. The problem is a lot of us are insecure idiots. Yes, I called you idiots. Deal with it. Insecure idiots that want to impress people around them instead of looking into, this is a hobby for my enjoyment. I need to look for stuff that I would actually enjoy. Not what I think need to be enjoyed.
You're not allowed to play games to have fun, only to impress other people.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, that's Shadow's saying, but it is right. Like, I would never get. I was talking. Where was it? It was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. I was talking to one of the. I was at my sister's school, and they were talking about you call it game designs and stuff like that. And they were talking about the big thing, which of course that happened last week, was the AMD Ryzen coming out, the chip that got announced and stuff like that. And then one of the game designer, and this game designer works for God dang it, for Insomniac. Sorry, yes, Insomniac. He teaches school at the Art Institute of Raleigh-Durham because their studio is in one of the Eastern studios in North Carolina. And we were talking about it, so I said, "Oh man, that'd be good." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Do people not understand how you gotta allocate memory to make this?" Just like you guys were talking about before I jumped on about how Lego City, like if you do the memory right, you could load a whole game without no loading, just like with Xenoblade Chronicles, and do the game justice. People don't get that. And they follow everybody else on YouTube. Even though I could show videos of people who talk tech, as you know, as Shadow knows, like they talk tech, but then say, I'm not a game designer, I'm not this, I'm not that. But this is what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, and they make a video every day talking about tech, quote unquote, but then they say nothing about it. And look at all these subs I have though. Like what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And they use the subs. And the sad thing about the popularity of gaming, which is bad, and it's just like down here, like okay, like people's and I'm getting weirded out a little bit because Shepard knows this. Like I have not been down in Trinidad in a long time. So people come in like, yo, where you been? Blah blah blah, whatever. I don't do that much stuff, but people are still coming up and greeting me and want this and whatever. But I put out stuff because I want to put out stuff, not because of the followers, whatever. And most of these guys who have, like Chef just said with the Secure, their followers are blowing their head up too much that they think they're so right. Because again, when Jim Sterling made a video and I made a response to it, talking about you should go pirate Nintendo, I'm like, and here's the thing. I went to Robert Review's video. I went to Video Game Herd's video. I went to Jim Sterling's video. I commented, if y'all think Nintendo is wrong for copyright, whatever, why don't you guys put NFL, Super Bowl, NBA, NHL, FIFA. Put those sports. Put it on your channel and see if you don't get copyright as well. Nobody, not one person responded to none of those comments, even though Gypsy has a lot of people. Not a one.
I just want one of those really popular Nintendo NX, Nintendo Switch tech aggregates that is on YouTube that have a single conversation with me for longer than about 30 minutes, so we can see where their head is really at. But I don't think that's really going to happen. I think if it did happen, there will be excuses before it happened, and while it happened, they'll be busy because they're too busy uploading videos or whatnot. But I'm not gonna throw shade. I'm not gonna hate on nobody's stuff. But let's just say I know bullshit when I see
it. Well, like I said, it's too sad. It's too bad. A lot of people need followers to make them feel. Again, that's what I said about social gaming. That's the social gamers. They need a lot of people, or they need someone to validate their choices. I bought Devil's Third. I bought Legend of K. I bought Red Dead Sky Soldier because I wanted to, not because of what other people say. And Devil's Third. I have enjoyed it. Legend of K, the camera's shitty. I'm not going to deny it, but it's still a fun game. That's the whole point I bought it for. And then Red Dead Sky Soldier, even though the Wii U version, it's kind of sad that all I had to do was just patch in the remote and then they made that game awesome. But the Wii version of that game with the remote, I love it. 60 frames per second. And it's a kinetic game. That thing runs buttery smooth on my Wii U. And I enjoyed the Wii version of that game. And I'm enjoying the hell out of that game.
Man. Yeah, we shall see what happens in the future, because there's going to definitely be a reckoning, if you will, for people that I'll put it this way. There's going to be some people that swore the Wii U sucked, and as soon as they saw the Nintendo Switch are ready to go, hey, I'm gonna jump on the Nintendo Switch hype train. Let's ride this train. And then when Nintendo does the exact same thing, they release the same games that they release, and there may not be as many third-party games on their platform as the other two. It may be more than the Wii U or the Wii, but it may not. More than likely, it's not going to be as well as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is, right?
Yeah,
they're going to backpedal and bitch about it again as if nothing ever happened, and Nintendo fooled them, and they promised them they were going to give them this. Like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No, it was going to happen. Remember, we did at Gamers at Large when I was in Japan. What did I say? These people, they walk into the offices, they don't give a damn about Western third parties. Yep. They don't. And that was 2015 when I said that.
Yeah, it's all
and what do you see in every Nintendo Switch ad now and promo they do? The only third-party game you might see is Just Dance. The rest are Nintendo first-party games or second-party. That's it. You ain't gonna see anything else, because Nintendo's letting them know straight up, we don't need you. If you want to come work for us, you can. But we're not gonna beg you, and we don't need you to be successful.
Well, that's why they made sure that they showed. Everybody's talking about the whole Unreal Engine 4, blah blah blah. They did not do that for third party, like big third parties like EA and whatever. They did that because of how the sandbox set up for the Unreal Engine. They did that for indie developers. They did not do that for major third parties. They didn't. But people get that twisted. Oh, this is gonna be the third party, the indie developers. Because like I said with Jose, I came close to watching MVC once again because Beltran was on it, but I said nah, forget it, because I stopped watching it after a while. I used to listen to that every week, and then Brian Atalo just grate on my nerves with his crappiness. So I was like, forget that. But it's funny when I remember when Jose was saying, well, it's too expensive. They can't. And then Pierre Snyder, which I gotta give my caps out to Pierre Snyder. He says stuff that's cool. He says stuff that's negative, but I gotta give people just do when they say stuff. He stopped Jose Otero mid sentence and said, "You can't say that." And I was like, "What do you mean? Because those third parties have millions of dollars, but how indie companies are making games on the Wii U?"
Exactly.
And then Jose was like, yeah, you're right. But Jose was going into that tirade, and Pierce stopped him. And I was like, exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, how these guys, how Shinen, how Gearbox, Drinkbox, how all these other small companies, even Axiomverse, like you just said, they're putting a physical copy, just like the Steam one did, guys. They put way forward. They're putting physical games that play almost no problem, no frame rate issues, no problem on the Wii U, and they have a way smaller budget than EA or Ubisoft.
Hey, Doc and Shep, whenever y'all get a chance, I don't know if y'all on the squad or what, but I can hop on. So we can
for
see
real?
if I can get a match in.
Okay, I'm gonna hop on.
But yeah, I just look at that and see like that when people call that. That's why I did that's what I'm doing my series called Mic Check. Like I am basically taking people's words and then I almost say, okay, let's put this to the test and whatever. I mean, the first mic test should be going sometime next week. I have to check it out, the mic check, because I have to check my Watch Mojo for what they said about the Nintendo 64 controller and the PlayStation 1 controller. I was like, that's a lie. Where did you get that information from? They said the PlayStation 1 controller was the best thing you created. I'm like, what?
No.
Even though the 64 introduced so many things that the PlayStation has done. Again, I'm not negative down the PlayStation 1 controller because he did add analogs, a double analog, and the two shoulder buttons now. But they, even in the video, they said that it took it from the Super NES. They took stuff from the Super NES, and it was just like, wow, really?
Yeah, the original PlayStation controller was a Super Nintendo controller with extra triggers. That's literally what it was. There was the R2 and the L2. That was
Yeah, but remember, here's the thing though. A lot of gamers do not remember. Some weren't born, I give them that, but some don't remember. The original PlayStation 1 controller didn't come with no analog sticks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a Super Nintendo controller with two triggers. That's it. It didn't have analog sticks. I have it. I can show you a picture of it. Well, I can put it on the camera, but I have that controller.
No, I got it too. I understand. That's what people think, that the original PlayStation controller came out with the two analog sticks and all that stuff. There are people who believe that. I'm like, what?
Look, the original PlayStation controller didn't even have rumble.
No.
No
rumble. It was literally just two extra triggers. That's it. Two extra triggers, and it had the separated D-pad, which it continues to have. That's it.
And Watch Mojo gave the point to the PlayStation because they said that because that's a controller that lasted so long. Really?
That's only by choice, though. I mean, Nintendo could have made the SNES controller last for 30 years if they wanted to. They just chose to innovate.
Exactly.
Well, again, but basically I just basically told you my video that I'm gonna put on Mic Check. Like I said, I have a lot of videos that's private since I'm out of the country that all I gotta do is basically just hit the public publish, because I did that because I know I'll be doing tours and stuff. But it was just when you see stuff like that and you're like, really? Because even I watched a video from a certain fool, and I'm not gonna say the name because everybody gonna say I'm digging too much on this person. But even to a certain fool, he's defending Nintendo. Oh, that's cool, whatever. I don't really care if you defend or not. As long as you tell your facts, it's cool. And as long as you tell the truth, I'm cool. His opinion, I can't argue opinions. But he's saying this is this and this is that. I'm like, okay, you know what? He's right. I can't say nothing about that. But then then at the end, he has to put in that jam and say, but Nintendo, if that's the case, then that's stupid for you to still do the 32 gigabyte thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you just went to saying that the hard drive is different, and then you proclaiming that you should, well, at least even though the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One came with at least 500 gigabytes. I'm like, but you gotta install
these are
the
issues
games
that were addressed with Wii U. They were like, what's
500
gigs on the PlayStation? Okay, how long that 500 gigs lasts versus the 32 gigs on the Wii U? Oh, yeah, that's the difference. If you're making the complaint, why are you making the complaint? You're making the complaint.
That's what I'm
space
saying.
For your games. Your space lasts longer on the Wii U.
In their defense regarding the Switch, it doesn't seem to be the exact same scenario.
It doesn't appear to be what?
It doesn't seem to be that scenario with the Switch, however, because these games are much larger.
Those games are much larger, but you don't have to install them just like you don't have to on the Wii U.
But you know what though?
Listen, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I can really care less. I'm just pointing out what was brought up.
Got you.
But people are actually still looking at this as if that there are people out there that think that you have to install games on Switch. Because I seen a comment thing today where someone said, 32 gigabytes. They said, man, the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 bundle. They said Dragon Quest 1 on the PS4, Dragon Quest Heroes was like 30 gigabytes or something like that. And they say, I heard that that 1 and 2 are going to be close to like. So how you gonna fit that on your Switch? I said, hold on, you don't have to install those.
Nope.
I said, you don't have to install it. And I said, and believe me, let's say you do want to go digital. You have either two things is going to happen. Either you know you have to upgrade because the file size even exceeds what the Switch comes standard with, or Nintendo's going to make them compress that shit to where it can fit even if you don't have your own damn memory card. I said, but you don't have to install it if you buy it physically. And if you have to buy a game physically anyway for the PS4 and you need that much space, with the Switch, that's not the issue. Same thing with the Wii U. When you bought a game, you were not required to install shit.
Hold on,
You must understand
real
the rules
quick.
of the moving goalpost.
Insane Gamer in the chat, you are off the chain, but he is telling the truth because too many times I log on to Xbox Live, all I see is everybody playing Netflix or TV.
Oh wow!
And half those people are people that talk shit about the Wii U.
Hey, I won't lie. Now,
I'll keep it real. I use my Wii U a lot to watch anime on the browser. I won't even pretend.
But you know what? I will say this. Although I do game on my Xbox and my PS4, I did today use my Xbox. I used Fandango to watch a free rental I had got from a promotional thing. It was a free rental. I watched it using my Xbox. I could have did it on my Roku, but I was in the living room, so my wife and I just watched it on the Xbox One S. So that's it. But I don't typically use my Xbox to watch movies. I use to play Sunset Overdrive and Titanfall 2, things like that.
You need to play it to get on this Killer Instinct. Come catch some of these L's.
I'm not gonna say, son.
I know, right?
Dude, you're slacking. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had an Xbox One, I'd be all up in the Killer Instinct. What you doing black, dog?
I gotta address Shadow. You saw my comment that you did to my video that you put on my video.
Which video? To the Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tekken is one of the games that Neil sold too. That hurt my heart. Oh, not Tekken.
Nah, I have no problem against Tekken, but again, my dream. This is the only time I'll admit it. This is the one that's only time because of how the Dreamcast was set up, which is sadly that's the way it was. Because I have other games for the Dreamcast, Sonic and Sonic the Smash Collection, Psycho. I think it's Psychic 112, and like other games like that. But 90% of my Dreamcast library is fighting games. I ain't gonna even lie. That's it.
And I'm gonna be real with you. The Dreamcast came out at the end of my college career. So the vast majority of those games, I significantly bootlegged quite a bit of them. But then I went back and bought them. So because the Dreamcast was dying, and I was like, give me those GD-ROMs. And I bought them. Dude,
I'm with you too. I did in a video. I said, I bought a Capcom vs. SNK 2. It wasn't coming to America. I bought somebody had it copied, and I was in college too, and they copied. But you know what? I went and bought, even though it didn't come to America, I did bought a physical. I have the
European version works.
But I have a Japanese version, so I'm all right. I bought a Japanese version, but I still have the bootleg copy that still works to this day in my Dreamcast. And the other one works too. But my point was saying, like, I'm with you. Like, back then when they had all the problems with the whole copyright and not copyright, piracy and everything. Yeah, I indulged in it a little bit because I was broke, just like anybody else. I respect that. I understand that you do that, but I went back and legitimately bought those things because I didn't feel right doing that to people. I don't want people to steal from me with my music, so I don't want to do the exact same thing for somebody who worked hard on that stuff.
It was a perfect storm for me. The games were cheaper because the console was dead, so I was like, I gotta buy these games.
Hey, you know what? I'm better than all you bastards. You may own more games be on the Dreamcast, but I can honestly say I didn't bootleg or pirate shit. All my games on the Dreamcast, still in the cases, all legit.
See, while I can say that for the vast majority of my games, I use the Dreamcast as a project anyway. I got an MP3 loader on there and some other things. There's a custom version of Windows on that damn thing.
So it's better than everybody else got to feel good. You think you're better?
I know, right?
Hey, look, you guys just been on the podcast and you were part of the whole piracy thing going on. You rat bastard.
Dude, I'm not a part of it. I'll be honest, like Shadow, like everybody of us who went to college, they know it was the rough time. That was basically your oodles and noodles time, man.
Yeah, like the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2, the only reason I hacked that one was because I didn't want to take the disc with me. So whenever I went somewhere or whatever, all the games that I had, I downloaded those so I have them on a hard drive, and I just bought the entire PlayStation with me. That's the only reason I did that. I still have all those games boxed up.
Well, I mean, the PlayStation 2 is the only console I given away to somebody. I didn't sell it. I give it because
Stop trying to justify your foul behavior. Be
whatever.
ashamed of yourselves.
Whatever. I'm not gonna deny it. Like I said, that same guy who sold me Dreamcast games, sold me some PlayStation 2 games, and using that spring little trick to put the games to work, it worked. Sadly, it did, and I played them back then. But like Shadow did, I went back and bought the original games as well. I didn't just do that just for the bad thing. I mean, it kind of didn't help anyway because back then, just like what's going on right now, after 3 months, most third-party games just drop off a cliff, and then you basically get in the used market anyway. Mm-hmm. But the Capcom vs. SNK, that was a legit copy that I spent $65 from Japan. A legit, they got the money for that one.
I got Europe copies. I got Shenmue 2, Outrigger, and Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's so funny? You mentioned how third-party games drop off when it comes to the sales and even the price. I am wanting to buy, and I really do want to get the collector's edition for Horizon Zero Dawn when it comes out Tuesday. Because there's a
collector's edition for that?
Yeah.
Huh.
It comes with some 9-inch statue.
Or what's a map or something? Or
no, it's like an art book, a steel bookcase, a 9-inch statue that's very detailed, I have to admit. And something else that comes with it, and some DLC. But yeah, I mean, it's actually a very good value.
I'm gonna have to go down to GameStop tomorrow.
And I said I would pick that up. It's like because I know. Look, people, I'm not shitting on it. I have a PS4. I bought one, even though I shitted on it. Same with the Xbox One S, because I want certain games, and this is one of them. But let's be real. Sales-wise, this game is going to flop. It's going to flop because it is a good game and it breaks the norm.
Yep.
No.
You
know what? And going to what Dr. Fielgo just said, like for me, like legitimately, like right now, one of the games I bought a PlayStation Vita last year, and I'm enjoying the hell out of that thing. I played it more. I'll be honest with anybody. I'll not touch my 3DS except for doing certain things for video, but I'll not touch my 3DS for since because I've been playing some good games on the Vita. Now, one of the games I'm playing so far.
Games on the Vita. Stop playing.
Well, here's one of the things though. One of the games that I've been playing, and I put 120 hours in it right now, is Trials of a Cold Steel, and I'm at the final chapter right now. Cause I did walk my Vita down here to Trinidad, so I've been playing it on the plane and everything. So, and I come to find out that there's a 3 coming out, but it's only on the PlayStation 4 only. Now. Like I said, I might buy a PlayStation Slim. I ain't buying no damn Pro, but I'll buy a PlayStation Slim just to play the couple games that I see. Rise of the Dawn looks like a game that I'll be picking up.
Picking event.
Yeah. What?
You went to the motherland of Carnival and you playing games. You smoke a dirty shower.
Are you stupid? That's a freaking 4-hour flight, dude. What the frick is your problem?
No. See, you're supposed to pre-game and then pass out clean from pre-gaming.
Whatever.
And then go party.
I like you. Whatever.
Then party again. Then party upon the party, through the party.
Unlike you, I do not drink to have fun. That's one.
Oh wait, okay. So now I'm insulted. I do not.
You went insulted because I saw you. I got proof.
No. I have fun to have fun. We don't
like I have proof.
Listen. You see me. I act a hot mess on most of our cats, and most of those I don't have a drop of alcohol. I'm just a hot mess naturally. Thank you very much.
Okay, but my point of so Mr. Good Shepherd, I got you. Flying from New York to Trinidad, a straight flight is a long flight, so I walk with something to play with.
Okay,
I was
being stupid. You guys take
I got you. But as you cut us off anyway. But my point was gonna say though, my point was saying that there's another game that I want to pick up too. I was watching the video, and it's the next SRW in the original saga, Moon Dwellers. I'm like, can you not pick the PC something? No, they're not. So I already at least 6 games on the PlayStation 4 that I would love to pick up and play. I'll wait until the console get a little cheaper. Cause I guess I'll pick up a Slim to it. And then you know what? Here's the thing though. I've told that to people too. It's kind of hard on the Wii U because of what it is, but I have no problem if you didn't buy the Wii U at the beginning. You can wait a little while to get later on, blah blah blah, and all that other stuff.
This is the reality. With Nintendo stuff, you kind of have to hop right on it. But PlayStation and Microsoft, you can take your time. You actually save money. Just wait. Most of these games drop in prices mad quick.
I got you.
For the end of the year edition and all of that other good stuff.
No, that is cool. I do, but just like how Dr. Feelgood said, I do want to give the people. I mean, the best thing I do is buy the game and then wait until I get console get cheap. I think that's the best thing I could do if I want to. I do want to give the people who put their work in the game, get their money's worth. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, but I've even
you sound
seen
like you
people,
care. That's a lie. Nobody cares.
you know,
Whatever.
I've seen some comments where regarding the Switch, where people like, yeah, you know, and I made a video about the guy that I encountered at Best Buy or whatever, saying, yeah, I'll just buy the Switch, you know, this holiday season when it's $199 because it's not going to sell well. I'm like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, dude, the Wii U didn't sell well, and that bitch is still $300. And that's console's considered a commercial failure, and yet brand new, it is still $300. It's been that price since 6 months after launch.
Dr. Feelgood, there's 7 billion people on the planet. How many of those do you think are actually smart?
No, but dude, like I said in my video, if you hadn't seen it, this guy was bitten out. Even my wife was like disgusted. We just both sitting there. We didn't even bother to correct the guy, but he's like, yeah, Nintendo's only shipping out 100,000 of those things because they know it's not going to sell. I'm like, so I guess no one heard the president of Nintendo company as a whole come out and say, we got at least 2 million. And since the pre-orders have been very healthy and is projecting pre-ordering better than the PS4, we're going to try to get some more units out there.
Yeah, they allocated that next million.
But here's the thing. What kind of logic does it make? What kind of company that knows something's not going to sell is going to still put out units anyway?
No.
Let me get this straight. If I've invested hundreds of millions of dollars in R&D into a console and the games for it and the peripherals, and I know for a fact I need to sell at least, let's say I need to sell at least a good 10 million to make my money back on all the money I spent on this thing. And I realistically say to myself, you know what? With the way things are going right now, look at the market. We're not going to sell any more than 100,000. So let's just ship 100,000. Why would I even waste my time shipping shit out?
Well, here's the thing. Let's even ask this question. Let's ask this question. And I did it. I put it in the video. When Nintendo, I'll be honest too. Like when the information came out, then Nintendo said that they thought they were going to sell 100,000. That's 100 million Wii U's because of that. That was a little ambitious, but you know what? They had a console that sold beyond that the last gen. But people's like, okay, that's crazy for Nintendo thought that. But I didn't see nobody talked about when Microsoft said they want to sell 200 million of the Xbox One, even though they only sold 70 million at the end of the gen cycle.
Yeah, I mean, but that happens. But like I said, but to me, that's just stupid. Like I said, I see in the comment section people say they're gonna wait until the end of the year when it's cheaper. I'm like, the only thing you can expect to see, and even Doc Trey is commenting on this on Twitter.
No, you might see a bundle.
Only thing you expect to see this holiday season is a bundle, and guess what? That bundle is gonna have a digital pre-downloaded game on it. That's it, and it's gonna still be $300.
Yep. Yeah.
And I say, you know what? Nintendo's gonna troll people. The game they're gonna give you for free is gonna be 1-2 Switch.
Yep. I ain't gonna doubt that at all.
You will not see a free bundle with Xenoblade 2. There won't be a bundle. If ARMS takes off, they may bundle that in there. They may.
Or they might do one. They also could do one with Zelda when the second when the DLC expansion comes out. They might do one too with that. I could see that.
Yeah, true. And I even say they may even do one with Mario Kart. They just may do that with the deluxe version. Since it was a cheap port for them for the most part. I said, but if you're expecting the Switch to be $250 like the PS4 was this holiday season, and this console just came out, you're out of your rabbit ass mind.
Oh man.
dude. I mean, even to this day, before they came out with the Nintendo Selects, trying to find a copy of Lego City on the cover or the dual pack of Bayonetta 2, them shits was still $60.
Yep.
And this is years later. So don't you think that Nintendo hardware is going to go for a cheap price in the first year?
Nah. Nintendo can keep that premium up on games and hardware. So
it's like, I mean, I'm like, man, if you people really think that this is the best way to go, go ahead. And when the holidays come, you're gonna be one of the ones which you would have pre-ordered one at launch.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I got a scalp switch waiting for your ass too. Get desperate enough.
Oh wow.
All right, gents. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because this is like my third match as a level 18, and keep getting matched with a 50 on the other side. So the Splatoon guys are not happy with me. So
unfortunately, my son booted me off because he wanted to watch Lion Guard videos on YouTube.
That's okay. We'll go ahead. We'll try and I guess record ourselves getting owned another day, or owning other people maybe. So we'll go ahead and take us out, Dr. Feelgood. Go ahead and give us your outro.
All right. Well, glad to have the Gamers of Lars podcast back. I'm going to be dropping a few videos this week and maybe 2 more OGL podcasts. Haven't decided yet, but be on the lookout for a few more videos for me to make. And I would especially like y'all to tune into the Switch launch podcast I'm going to have. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it either right before that Thursday night or maybe that midnight after people have gotten their shit, got home. But be on the lookout for that and keep it gaming.
All right. Shep, what you got for us?
It's a good shepherd. Been busy as heck, just doing some live stuff. I'm gonna try to start making some. And I'm saying the same speech every time. I'm gonna try to put some time aside to do some stuff. But I got some collabs going on with Enduo as well as good old Dr. Feelgood regarding the Switch launch. So you'll see me popping on other people's channels this week, and I might drop a quick video of my own, but it's gonna be more of a live talk. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the class, and I'll talk to you later. Respect.
All right, Liger, what you got?
Well, like I said, I had a bunch. For me, thank goodness, I pre-recorded a lot of my stuff before I started touring. So I have like all I got to do is turn it public. So what I'm gonna, I did it. If you go to Google Plus, I just showed what I'm gonna do. So, but other than that, for those who didn't, I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna have a music tribute video for Zelda for the last 30 years, all the Zelda trailers, everything, and just, if you like hip hop, you like EMD, you love, piano interludes, like that's gonna be on there. And then I have also a kind of like a preview / maybe changing my idea about Zelda, my favorite Zelda of all time. But I'm basically kind of a preview of Breath of the Wild and a review of one of my favorite Zeldas of all time until it happens. And then last but not least, I got a couple LBCs that I record a lot of stuff, and you'll see when it goes up. So, yep.
Outstanding. All right. Well, I am Shadowfire Infinite, your lovely host, and we'll end this here. I guess I want to call it Shadowcast, but it's Gamers at Large, episode 125. Have a good one.